Hello, everybody. Kelly Atchison coming to you live. Welcome. I see a whole bunch of people in here tonight. I sure hope we have a better experience than we did last week. Not last year, last week. Happy Sunday. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there that might be listening. Oh my gosh. I hope you guys have had a wonderful weekend. Oh, I had a busy weekend. Let's see. We see Bonnie and Joan and Julie, Wendy, Diane, Linda, Karen, Nanette, Barbara. Holy cow, Cindy, Michelle, Carol, Susan, Linda, Trish, Marva. Hi, Marva. Judy's here. Diane, Gail, Susan, Sarah. Everybody's popping in. We're actually streaming live on YouTube and Facebook tonight, and I am going to try out the StreamYard software. It's a streaming software that I started using a little while ago for the Stamp Happy Academy events. And I just started using it last week for my Sunday Night Lives. It didn't go that well. So I think the first thing you guys I would like to know is my camera clear tonight? I don't think we had too much problem when I had the camera facing me. It was more when I went to my desktop. So you guys let me know, because we're going to give this another whirl. If it doesn't work out, we're going to have to do something different. So Courtney took her dad to Mission Impossible. What a great idea. Haley took Jared and the kids up to Green Bay. They must have had something going on at the Packer at Lambeau Field or someplace in the Packer organization, because I saw Dawson throwing a ball with a baseball player. So I don't know what was going on, but it looked super fun. The kids were really excited. I was gone for the weekend. So when I got home today, Haley and Jared and the kids had stopped over and dropped off this great big stone. It was a flat stone that you would like maybe put in your flower garden. And, oh yeah. Thanks, Wendy. How could I forget my crown? Thank you. And it had their hand prints on it, and it said something like Papa You Rock. So, and it was a big rock, so it was really cute. He was thrilled to get it. So I'll tell you a little bit about my weekend. Good grief. Thursday night, really late, I went over to my mom's house and spent the weekend there helping out and cooking. I made Rice Krispie bars, and I made my chicken dish with Alfredo sauce and noodles again. That was so delicious. Made a couple of breakfasts, which was awesome. Just kind of helped out with things. My mom was really sick over the weekend. She had a really bad bout with vomiting and stomach cramps. And oh my gosh, it was really kind of scary. But then she went to sleep and woke up yesterday morning feeling better than she has felt in a very long time. So I don't know. She had more energy. She had more pep. She was happy. She was talkative. She didn't sleep on and off all day. So that was just so wonderful to see her doing so much better. It was awesome. And she showed me the cards that you guys have sent. I remember Suzanne and Debbie. There were a couple other cards there too, and they were all beautiful. So thank you so much for sending those cards to her. She sits them on a little tabletop right in front of her and just enjoys them all the time. So yeah, thanks, Patricia. She was so much better yesterday. We actually had such a nice time. And even this morning, she went out and got her hummingbird feeder from outside and brought it in and washed it out and made some sugar water to fill it back up. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was so happy to see her doing things. So yeah, keep those prayers coming. She was doing so much better after the bad part. So yeah. Kathy wants to thank everybody for the cards that were sent after her husband passed. They meant so much to her. It really is heartwarming. My mom has just been so touched by how generous you guys are in sending cards. Like, she's like, I got some more cards from your stamping friends. And it just really does warm her heart. So thank you so much, everybody. Steve went up to South Park last Thursday morning, and he was doing some work up there. And oh my gosh, he went and bought a new bow target, and he said it was kind of heavy, like 50, 60 pounds. And he was carrying it out through the yard to go put it where he wanted it. And he tripped. And then when he caught himself, he stepped in a hole and wrenched his hip. Oh, good grief. And it's all swollen up. So I don't know if he's going to have to go to the doctor for that or just what's going to go on, but good grief, he did not need that. So, and that means like probably no golf this week. And he likes to go to the gym every day. So probably he's not going to be doing any of that. And Steve not at the gym, it makes for a little crankiness. I'm not going to lie. So, but anyways, I came home and I made him something to eat. Well, he made the food last week. I heated it up and gave it to him. And I'm taking good care of him. So yeah, I hope this doesn't last too long because he does not need that either. But I'm good. So I told you guys last week that I needed to get going. I had started on cutting back on my food consumption, my garbage consumption, my sugar consumption. I needed to lose a little weight because my jeans didn't fit last week. Like, they were bad. I'm like, oh, good grief, Kelly, what are you doing? And as of last week, Wednesday, I had lost 6 pounds. Now, I'm sure some of it was water weight. I'm sure some of it was, the puffy from not eating all the crappy food, like going out to eat a lot. Like, yeah. So, but I'm feeling pretty good. So, and I didn't stick quite to things all weekend. When I go to my mom's house, it's kind of a free for all on the food. So I had a few Rice Krispie bars, and I did eat the homemade chicken. What did I call it? With the white sauce, whatever it is. I can't remember. Chicken with Alfredo. That's it. I made it homemade too. I can't even remember. Do you know that a pint carton of heavy whipping cream is 1,600 calories? Holy cow. I couldn't believe it. Anyways, so I'm doing pretty good on that. I've been walking every day. I go over to my wetland preserve, Hecra, and I don't know if it's really a wetland. It's a preserve. And I walk every day. I did that today. So I've been doing that every day. I've been taking less naps. So I seem to have more energy, just kind of cleaning up my bad habits with the food. Food can really make you feel crummy, even though it's very satisfying in the moment. It's not that great. And instead of, Shelby, you moved to Marshfield? Did you really? Let me know. I'm so excited for you. And instead of, I don't even know what I was going to say. It makes you feel better. I don't know. Anyways, I'm feeling really good. So sorry. I lost my train of thought because Shelby moved back to Wisconsin. She was down in Missouri for, I don't know how long she was there, a while. And she's back in Wisconsin. So that's awesome. I just spent, not this weekend, but the weekend before with Shelby's sister at a wedding shower for my niece. So anyways, my niece is getting married in a couple weeks. My great friend and team member, Kathy Miller's daughter, is getting married next Saturday. I'm headed to Andy, my granddaughter's graduation party Friday night. So lots of fun stuff. Shelby was in Missouri for 4 years. So welcome home, Shelby. Welcome back to Wisconsin. Anytime we travel, anytime we come back into Wisconsin from traveling, doesn't matter where, but I always go, oh my gosh, it's so good to be back on American soil. Not that I don't love every place else that I go, because I do. So yeah. And Nancy says she doesn't have a sugar daddy. Oh, good for you, Nancy. I have my own cook here most of the time. Anyways, I have some great projects for you guys tonight. We are going to be sampling some really fun new products, at least new to me. So that's going to be fun. We're going to make a birthday card and an all occasion kind of card, and I don't know what else, but it'll be fun. I have some prizes to give away that I would love to do here. Oh, John report. I don't really have a John report. I saw him out in the yard mowing his lawn this week. Steve hasn't really said much about him. So John's been a little boring lately. We need to do something about that. I did see his wife come and go a few times. She's lost a lot of weight. Steve said she's really lost a lot of weight. I hope nothing's wrong with her. Isn't that funny when you get to that age and you see somebody who's dropped some pounds? You're like, are they sick? Right? My mom did that about Jared's mom because she lost a whole bunch of weight and she just started counting her calories and eating good food and she dropped a bunch of weight. And my mom's like, is she well? I'm like, yes, she is. My mom has dropped a lot of weight too. And not that my mom was ever very big. So that's a little concerning, but she's not that well, right? So is she well? But we giggled about that because I'm like, yeah, but she dropped a lot of weight. So it does make you wonder sometimes, right? Okay, let's get to prizes. I have some of these fantastic adhesive backed cork rounds. These are no longer in our store. I wish they would have kept them because I really, really love them. Leanne says she counted calories and lost a lot of weight. I know. You guys know that I lost like 30 pounds back before Haley got married because I wanted to not be a fat mother of the bride. That's what I told myself. I needed to lose some weight. And I lost like 40 pounds, actually, I think it was. And I did it all by watching what I ate. 30 pounds of it was with no exercise because I don't really like to exercise. I do like to go for walks at Heckrat where I can see the deer. Otherwise, I don't really like doing that either. But no dishwashing for Steve. I know, and he does wash a lot of dishes. We have a dishwasher, but he washes dishes a lot. So I'm going to have to really up my game here, right? Yeah. Exactly, Sharon. So anyways, back to the cork rounds. These actually were given away as a prize to somebody else, but I needed their address and they never got it to me. So that means lucky for Sherry Smolinski of our very own Menasha, Wisconsin. Sherry, I've got some cork rounds coming your way. So you watch for your happy mail this week. Also, for sharing my video, you guys know that there is a button on the screen someplace where you can share my video, whether it's sharing it to Facebook, sharing it to Pinterest, share whatever comes up, share it. I really appreciate it. And that will get you entered into a drawing. So then you comment, whether it's on Facebook or on YouTube that you shared, and also click that like button on both. And that's whether you're watching live or watching the replay. Sharing and liking really helps me out. Nancy Voles, I'm happy to see you here. She lost 75 pounds. Go you. That is awesome. So for sharing, I have a pack of this tulle. Well, this is like a half a pack of the designer paper for the trusty tools. This is going out to Cynthia Watasek from Lost Creek. I forgot to write down your state. Lost Creek. Area code. Zip code 26385. That's on the East Coast someplace. Where is that? Who's from a 263 zip code? You guys are going to let me know. Oh, there's Cynthia. Cynthia, where? Lost Creek, where? We need to know. Hang on, I got to make sure. Oh, look at. I wasn't all the way down at the bottom of the. So anyway, Cynthia, coming your way. She says, I live in, and now she's going to keep us waiting. Next up, West Virginia. I knew it was the East Coast someplace. Congratulations, Cynthia. I'm so happy that you're on here. Let me keep these all straight, you guys. Otherwise, I get confused, easily, right? Next up, for placing an order with me in the last week. I have one of these fabulous rainbow celebration kits. This is a little card kit. You're going to have so much fun with this. Brenda Cooper of Rushville, Illinois. Brenda, congratulations. I want to know if Rushville in Illinois is named after the band Rush. That is, inquiring minds want to know. Is Rushville named after the band Rush? I have some really good friends who just adore Rush. That's like their band. That's their band. So congratulations to everybody. Now, I'm also working with a new camera tonight. So we're going to give it a little test run. Hopefully I won't forget to turn my volume back on as I pop in and out of my screens, because that can be a little, that was bad last week. And that was totally on me. The sound issue, all my fault. Yeah. So I am going to, let's see, I'm going to show my stage. Oh, hang on. I have to, hang on just a second. I got to get rid of my media asset. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. I am going to get my volume back on the stage. I did it right this time. Woohoo! Okay, please know that if you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to earn your business. This is our annual catalog. And I need to switch back to my comments here. Can you guys let me know? Can you see this clearly? I need to know from Facebook and YouTube. Doreen would like to have my mother's address. Doreen, are you ready? Her name is Karen, Karen, Flynn, Flynn, and her address is N6785 River Avenue, Greenwood, Wisconsin, 54437. 54437, yeah. Okay. So Cynthia just got back last Sunday from a 7-day cruise. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. And she only gained 3 pounds. That is amazing, Cynthia. You need to be patting yourself on the back, girl, because a cruise is an amazing place to gain a ton of weight. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Margaret said, no, Rushville is not from the band Rush. The band REO is from Illinois. Oh, thanks, Margaret. I'm glad you know your Rush and your REO bands. Oh my goodness. Okay, looking at all my comments, everybody says I'm clear. This is such good news. Thank you so much. Okay, if anybody needs a catalog, you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to get your, you can send me your address. Email is Kelly, Kelly, at AStampAbove.com. Reading comments and trying to talk does not work. Mary, my mom's address is N6785 River Avenue, Greenwood, Wisconsin, 54437. Okay, so let's get started. I have just a few things to share with you. First of all, Dina Barb and I are doing an online class this month with the Sunrise Sailing bundle. It also includes an ephemera kit, the red and white twine, the embellishments, and a blending brush, or a whole pack. If you order option 1, you get a whole pack. Option 2 gets 1 blending brush with the class. And of course, this bundle has been super, super popular. Also, we have the buy one, get one 50% off. That ends on June 30th. Those are anything in our suites. So all of our suites, online exclusive suites, catalog suites, anything in a suite is buy one, get one off. You can buy a whole suite and get a second whole suite for 50% off. But if you add an embellishment from any of our suites, the least price item is going to be the 50% off one. So just sometimes you have to stack your orders, okay? And just get the most benefit out of that. I placed 3 orders here. Whoops. Oh, there we go. 3 orders to take full advantage of this particular sale. And also, I want to let you guys know we have a virtual album retreat coming in July. It is going to be 3 fabulous days. There's going to be 12 two-page spreads for a total of 24 scrapbooking pages. The kit includes absolutely everything to do that. If you go to my online store, you'll find that link at www.AStampAbove.com. You will find all the details for the virtual scrapbooking retreat. And then, just so you know, everybody who places an order with me gets a free tutorial. I email that out to you. This month in June is the celebratory SIPs suite. Again, free with every order you place with me. If you place a $35 or more order with me, you also get to attend the Stamp Happy Party event that is the second Wednesday of every month. It's a live stamping with all three, me, Barb, and Dina together. And if you place a $50 order with me, you get a video tutorial plus the celebratory SIPs this month. And this month, the video tutorial is the Bloom suite. So lots of good stuff there. Let me get rid of that. And let's start stamping. Now, I think last week you guys remember that I shared this card with you. Quick and easy card. It uses kind of a collage on the background. This uses the Grow with Love bundle. This item is on our last chance list. There's a stamp set and a set of dies. So I have another card that I want to share with you tonight. Let me get all my stuff out here. I want to make sure that everybody can still hear me. Okay. I am going to be using the beautiful gallery paper on this particular card. And if you guys remember, did I take a bunch of them out of the back? I think I did. I think I grabbed all of the patterns in the back. Remember this paper? So pretty. I absolutely love all of the scenes on this paper. Aren't these so pretty? And then, of course, we have the backs also with pretty patterns, very pretty patterns. Look at this one. These are this is like kind of old world looking, really. So I'm going to be using this paper. Let me see if I can get that back in there without too much trouble. Oh, look at that. It might be my night. Things are going good so far. And then I'm also going to be bringing in the embossing folder. And this is called the Damask Designs embossing folder. Really, really pretty, very old-fashioned. I love this one. I'm going to use a Sentiment from Unbounded Love, my Baker's Twine Essential Pack, the adhesive back texture dots. These are really nice little dots. They're kind of, again, that pewter, is that what the color? Kind of old antique looking. They have that antique finish. And then I've got my white embossing powder here with my embossing buddy and my tweezers for a little bit of embossing. Versamark ink, Lost Lagoon, and Basic Gray. Let me move this out. I'll bring that back in. I sat down with this particular bundle and I just made a whole bunch of different cards. I really do like this bundle. Okay. I've got 2 envelopes here. So let me bring in the fun here. Whoops. This is my piercing mat. This is a mat that I like to use to stamp on. So I've just got a piece of printer weight paper here to keep it clean. And then here comes all my layers. Let me pull my chair up here. All right. Everything's still going good, right? Okay, did Margaret ask a question that I missed? Maybe, but I'm going back. Is the DSP part of the sale because I couldn't get discounts? I'm pretty sure that this DSP is part of the suite, isn't it? Let's look. I don't know if there's an easy way to look for that. Here it is. Oh, This is the paper. I just recognize that. So let me keep going here. Does anybody know what page that paper's on? I probably won't see your answer because I'm looking through the book and like I only have 2 eyes, like all of you. Here we go. This is part of a suite, Margaret. So this paper would be on sale. And here's the deal. If you, okay, so the sale is a little different. If you order the entire suite, let's see, is there a price here for the entire suite? There's 2 different bundles in this suite. There should be a price for the whole thing. Yeah, it's called Beautiful. Oh, here it is right here. You can order this entire suite for $139.25. Then if you add another pack of paper on your order, that's going to be half price. But if you add another pack of these embellishments, these are, how much are they? $7 or $8, $9? $9. If you order a pack of these embellishments, they're $9. They're going to be your 50% off item. Does that make sense? So it's the lowest price item that's in any of our suites in our store is going to be the 50% off item. I hope that makes sense. Yes. Oh, please take off your email address running across the bottom of the screen. Is it a problem? What's happening there? I don't understand that one. Tell me. Okay, so back to our card. This is Lost Lagoon. It is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And then I have another layer that is 4 by 5 1/4. And I've got a basic white layer that is 4 by 5 1/4. I've got a little scrap of Lost Lagoon, a scrap of white. This is the paper out of the pack, the gorgeous, beautiful gallery paper that I'm going to be using. And this piece is 2 1/2 by 4. And then I have another piece that is 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay. All right. We are going to do our stamping first. So hang on. I want to make sure I have the right. This piece is bigger. That's a scrap. This is the piece that's for the inside of our card. So this card is going to be an all occasion card. And I really have been using a lot of those lately just to write notes in. I send them out with all kinds of little things. And so I am going to just take this piece and put it, oops, I'm going to put it right in here. I thought it went across the whole bottom, but it doesn't because it's 3 3/4. So this is going to be the inside layer for our card. And if I want to stamp a sentiment on it, I certainly can. Or I can leave it as is and just write in it. But like I said, I personally have been using a lot of cards that I just want to put a little note in, send off to somebody. So I like these left blank. Okay, next what we're going to do is we're going to take these. This is a basic white scrap and a Lost Lagoon scrap. I'm going to bring in my Versamark ink. And first my embossing buddy here. Wipe that on there so we only get embossing powder sticking where we need it. All right. Yes, Tracy, happy you're here. This is the very first card, so you did not miss anything. All right, I am going to take the You're on My Mind, and that is coming from the Grow with Love stamp set. And I'm going to stamp that right on here. And then we're going to always close your ink pad up. Always, always close it. You do not want embossing powder in an ink pad. It's a nightmare. I know this from experience. Lots of it. I've done it several times, you guys. It never comes out. Okay, then, hang on a second. I'm going to get all the things out here. Then we are going to heat set this. So I'm going to grab my heat tool. Hang on. Where did it go? Uh-oh. Let me find it. I was under my desk. I was crawling on the floor under my desk. And I'm going to hold this. You don't want to touch this embossing powder until you get it heat set. So these tweezers are really good for that. They come with the embossing tool edition kit, along with this embossing buddy. So I want to get this way up here so you can see the magic happen. The heat tool has to heat up first, and then the embossing happens quite rapidly. Can you see it happening right now? You don't want to heat set too much because you'll burn the embossing powder right off. So don't do that. That's not good. I've done that before too. All right, then we're going to grab the dies that are part of this bundle Grow with Love. And we've got this, this is like a seed packet, or it fits a gift card. And then we have this one. We're going to use this. This is like an outline for the images. And I am going to use this label to die cut You're on My Mind. And I have already done that. So I've got that right here. Then we're going to stamp. Oh, hang on. I see I'm shedding again. I'm going to stamp this big image in the basic gray. I'm going to push this back in here. Basic gray ink pad. And we're going to stamp that right on our white layer. Just like that. Isn't that just really, it's very clean and crisp. The lines aren't perfectly straight. It's more like somebody drew them, which I think is kind of neat looking. And then I am going to take, we're going to do thyme this time. This Grow with Love has all these herbs in it. We've got basil, rosemary, thyme, and mint. So I'm going to do the thyme in the Lost Lagoon. I was supposed to leave more room on here. I forgot. So I'm going to grab another white scrap. That one's probably not big enough. Here we go. Let's grab another one here, because I want to die cut this also. So there's dies in here for the herbs, but it doesn't die cut out the name. So we're going to die cut this. We are going to die cut out this entire label. And I have that right here. This and this. And then where is our, here's our layer of Lost Lagoon. This was 4 by 5 1/4. So we're going to take that and put that in our Damask Designs embossing folder. And I am going to put it in here. Oops, I like to use the side that has the logo on it. I want my little flourishes, or whatever you want to call them, my damask, going up and down versus sideways. So this is a regular size embossing folder. So for those of you that are sometimes unsure, I'm going to bring in my plates to remind you. We've got a big platform, a very thin platform, and then 2 clear cutting plates. When you're using a regular, not 3D embossing folder, you're going to take this small plate out. That's for dies. And you're going to place your embossing folder in between your 2 clear plates, and you're going to run it through your machine. And this
is what it looks like. And isn't that so pretty? It's very kind of fancy, right? I think it's very fancy. Okay, now I have one more thing to get ready here. Hang on. Here's my twine. I'm going to use the white twine out of here. And I'm going to tie, whoops, just a little bit. Well, I have a couple things more to get ready. I don't want to be a liar. Kind of a bigger bow. And when I'm tying baker's twine in a bow, I'm going to, gosh, it's making me crazy. I'm going to uncurl it here. I like to hold on to my loops so that they don't get pulled and all curled up. I just find that they really do look better when you hang on to them. I want them to be nice and round and loopy, not all curled up and you can't even tell what it is. Okay, so we're going to cut that off. Get this back in here. I really like that there's all these different colors. We've got vanilla, kind of a crumb cake, a black, a gray, like gray granite, and then the white in the essential pack. Before I put this on here, remember this designer series paper? This was the 2.5 by 4. We're going to use a tearing method on here. You're going to do a controlled tear. And you keep your thumb here so that your tear doesn't get all crazy. You can kind of keep control of it. And I like that it shows that white edge right here. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this in place. Just like this. And I want to put this on here before I add this layer to the front of my card, because if I need to trim this, I can't do that if I've already put this layer down, right? So always get all your stuff glued together in case you have a mishap. Look, I really cut it good. Do you hear the surprise in my voice?
Okay, the accent for the damask embossing folder is the first syllable. Damask? Damask? I don't know how to say that.
I'm going to have to I'll look that up.
I mean, I believe you,
but I don't know how to say that. Okay, so we're going to do this. Super pretty. I like the tone on tone.
Thank you for telling me that, Jean. Oh, and Judy too. Damask is accented on the first syllable, not the second.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know how to do it. I wish I could bring somebody on here so you could pronounce it for me, but I will look that up. So I get that. I get that.
Thank you. Ooh, I got to get some little dimensionals out of my little basket of goodness here. So hang tight.
See how I keep all of these to use? All these little edges that I have. All of my little edges. Kelly says she loves this color combo. I do too. I thought this was very striking, but yet subtle, right? That's a really loud paper. Okay, I just dropped the lid to my glue. And I'm just going to get a few dimensionals on this piece. And even though we stamped it on here, you could leave it just like this and call it a day. But I thought by popping up just the foliage, I was going to say the weedy part, but the foliage, adds that little extra, right? Just a little bit extra. Okay, now I am going to adhere this directly to, hang on, let me get my glue lid. Directly to my card front. I'm just going to put that right over here. And then this piece, I didn't put this label part on dimensionals because I want to pop this one up. So we're going to put that on some dimensionals. Sally just noticed my beautiful bracelet. Thank you, Sally. I don't even know where I got this bracelet, but it's elastic. And I really like that. It's probably going to break before long because it's pretty old, but thank you so much. Okay, now before I put this down, I'm going to put this down right in here. I want to add this bow behind it. So I'm going to kind of set this in place, get where I want you to go. There we go. Be forceful with the baker's twine. I'm going to set that in place right there. And I think I'm going to use a mini glue dot just so that it will stay there. Take your pick tool, and we're going to set that right there. Look at, I got a hitchhiker. And we're going to do this. And we're going to bring this right in here. Oh my gosh, I love this. I think I should trim these off just a little bit. Whoops, whoops, whoops. I must have some glue. Oh, those aren't my ribbon scissors. There wasn't glue. There was no sharpness. They're great for cutting paper, but once you cut paper for a while, you guys know that scissors can... So I have ribbon scissors, right? And I know sometimes I use them for paper and you guys yell at me and I can't tell you're yelling. So here it comes. Our embellishments. And again, these are the adhesive back texture dots. And I'm going to take big one and let's just put it right over here. There's large and small. Put one more over here, and then I think I'll take a smaller one and pop it right up here. And again, they kind of had that old-fashioned look as well. Isn't that pretty? Can you see those? They have little dots all over them. I really like them. All occasion. You're on my mind. You could be on my mind about a million things. I think I have this crooked. Hang on. I do. I'm going to push it up just a little bit. Perfect. Now, I also have an envelope. And you guys know I love my envelopes decorated. I should have done this when I had everything out, but I didn't. So we're going to do that. And we're just going to come in here. And we're going to stamp this right on our envelope. Super pretty. And that is my card number 2 that I made with the Grow with Love stamp set, which is on the last chance list. And here's my first one. Make sure I get these both on the screen. And that is my second one. So I've got a couple more cards made with this set. So I am going to feature them next time. We're going to use this pocket for the card, but I'll feature one next week and the week after. Kind of spread them out a little bit so you can get a good variety for our night. Okay, hang on. Gotta get my dies put away, you guys. Let me get my dies put away. Okay. Oh, I've got another envelope. Oh, I don't know why I have 2. We're good. Never mind. That was weird. Okay. What's next? I think next up, we are going to, I think I'm missing a basket. Oh, I think this one. Have you guys seen the Turtley Cute Suite? So you have to love it or hate it. And I have to tell you that I really do love all the little images in here. They're super cute. So we're going to give this a go. I am in a virtual swap group where we have to create a project. Everybody uses the same bundle every month. And this was Turtley Awesome was the bundle that we used for our projects for July, which we're making now, right? Because we have to get them done ahead of time. So Turtley Cute was what I used. And this was made or designed. My card was designed by my daughter, Haley. She came over with Val and we had a little stamping night. We're going to do girls' night once a week. So Haley actually designed this card, which was super cute. So we've got the Turtley Awesome bundle, the dies, and the stamp set. There's just a whole bunch of really fun little images in here. All these little elements. You've got the birds, the ice cream cone, the flower, the cake, the party hat, and the balloon. Microphone, musical notes. Those are really cute. And some turtles and some sentiments. And then extras that are included in the dies is this cute little apron that goes on your little chef turtle. A gardening hat, which I think is super cute. A chef's hat. We've got a gardening or a watering can. When I got home today, that's one of the first things I did was went out and watered all my flowers. We've got, is that a guitar? I can't remember if it's a guitar or one of those big musical instruments. I'll show you the paper and then you can tell me. And then various elements to cut out all the little images that are in here. So it's really an extensive set of dies that comes with this. And there are 19 different dies in here. Okay. I also, I'm either going to use the smallest arch from the Everyday Arches or this banner from the Stylish Shapes. And I'm kind of leaning towards the banner because I want to put a label on the front. Okay. And some blends. The Shades of Green Hexagons. These are really cool. I really like these. I've used them on several different cards already. And then here's the paper. We've got all this cute turtle paper. So it's got all these cute little turtley images on it. Birthday, baking a cake. And then we have these. Remember I made the cards that were made out of that. I'm looking for them right now. Oh, I don't know where they went. That sketch challenge. We use these turtles. So that's really fun. The back side of that. What's the back side of this? Oh, musical notes. Yeah, I've used this paper a couple times. We've got the turtle shell. Oh, and these guys, they're playing banjos. Great big banjos. And then we've got the squeeze box and trumpet and a drum. All kinds of little musical turtley deals. Yeah, that's the seashells. Hang on. And then we've got our gardening turtles, which are super cute. They're so funny. I love these stripes. I've used those quite a bit too for various cards. And here's our bicycle and picnicking turtles. And some more tortoise shell. And I think, oh, and then we have these. We have 2 sheets that you can cut these out and use these for elements on your cards or scrapbook pages. They're really fun. And the back side are these really fun little polka dots. So this is called the Turtley Cute. And it's turtle-y, turtley. Yes, we made up our own words, didn't we? Stampin' Up! Does that? I do too. Okay, let me see if I can get this paper. There we go. So I'm going to bring in all my layers here. This is a cute little card. It's got a great layout. We've got our envelope, and I'm going to start right there. I'm going to use, well, I could do either one of these on the back, but I think I'm going to use the turtle shell here for my envelope. And I cut that DSP, just in case somebody's new to me, at 2.5 by 6. Add your glue to your envelope flap. Glue that down, and then we're going to trim it. So we had I was at my mom's house this weekend, and my nephew is 11, and he likes to catch things and bring them home and keep them, like fish and frogs and turtles. And so they usually have a little kiddie swimming pool on the deck with water in it and rocks and turtles. And he wanted to bring home some stuff again, and my sister put a kibosh to it because the water gets gross and it smells, and it's really not fair to the turtles. So that was the end of that. No. There's our envelope flap. We're using Garden Green 4 1/4 by 11. This is scored at 5.5. And oh, you know what I don't have, you guys? I don't have the embossing folder for this. Hang on just a second. I forgot to grab that. Let me grab it. It's over here, I think. not finding it. Maybe I put it in with my other embossing folders instead of my new product. Yeah, I did. It's right here. This is really cute. Let me pull it out here. I forgot to bring that in. This is the Turtle Textures embossing folder. So I'm glad I remembered that because it's very cool. Okay, other layers. 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Then we've got an inside layer, 4 by 5 1/4, basic white. We're going to be using this designer series paper, and this is 4 by 5 1/4. I've got a layer of Pool Party, 3 5/8 by 4 7/8, and then a piece of white that's 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. We're going to emboss this layer. So I'm going to put this in my embossing folder and get that embossed. This is a layer for under our inside layer. We're going to do a little stamping on there. So let's do that. I've got Pool Party, Black, Memento, and Garden Green. Oh, and I need a white scrap. So let me grab a white scrap here. Got lots of scraps. Lots and lots of scraps. There we go. So I'm going to be making a birthday card. Changing my glasses out. Okay, so inside of our card, I am going to do, hope your birthday is turtly awesome, which is pretty cute. Garden Green ink. I'm going to have to stand up so I can get this straight. Oh, that looks really good. Turtly awesome. And then for the front on that label I talked about, I'm going to do hooray. Just like that. All right, then I'm going to grab another white scrap here because we're going to use our Black Memento ink to stamp an ice cream cone and a little party hat. And we're going to do a little bit of coloring with these blends. So I've got a Pool Party blend here, and this is just a tiny little party hat. And this is the dark Pool Party. Coloring in the background, and then I've got soft seafoam dark to do the dots and the little tassel thing at the top of my party hat. And then I've got light pecan pie for my cone. Steve was eating a drumstick in the living room when I came back up here right before I went live, and he asked me, do you want some ice cream? You want a bite? Nope. I am dedicated, you guys. I did not have a bite. So trying to really stick with things. I kind of, like I said, I had a couple Rice Krispie bars at my mom's house, but I did pretty good. There we go. Here's our little hat and our little ice cream cone. Super cute. I hope that focuses okay. And then we're going to grab those dies. So here's what we're going to do. We've got an ice cream cone die. That's going to go right on there. We have a party hat die. We're also going to use our outline for our balloon. And let me see here. I need two different... Need this guy right here, this turtle guy, and then I'm also going to use the other turtle guy. I've got that turtle guy. I think that's all I'm going to use. And we're going to die cut some images out of this paper. So I want a Pool Party balloon, and so I would cut this out and die cut this balloon. And of course, there are stamps. You could stamp all this and color it in too. But for the purposes of this card, I'm going to die cut this little turtle guy. And I'm going to die cut this. Look at his cute little face. So funny. I'm going to die cut this guy. So this guy, this guy, this guy, and the balloon. And I've already got those done for us. So here they come. Look at how cute he is. And then we have this little cute guy. 2 turtles and a balloon. And then we're going to die cut these. Here comes our ice cream cone and our party hat. And then we've got our hooray here. And like I said, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do this banner. I'm kind of leaning towards that. Or the smallest arches. Okay. So I'm going to let you guys see these and we'll kind of decide together. So let me put this back. And this other one is from the Stylish Shapes dies. Okay. First things first. Look at it, die cuts his arm. I did not even realize that. That is so funny. It die cuts, the die cuts his arm. Sure it does. Look at that. It's got a cutting line right there. Isn't that funny? I did not know that. Okay, so here we go. We are going to got that and that and that. We're going to start putting our card together. Here we go. So this piece is going to go on here, and we can do that right away. All right. And I'm looking at comments here now, so I hope I didn't miss anything, you guys. So tricky. And then we're going to take, remember we had to emboss this white layer, our 3.5 by 4 3/4 inch white layer. And before we glue this to the pool party layer, we're going to pull in, oh, did I not show you the ribbon? Here's the ribbon. I didn't show you this ribbon. This is part of the suite, and it is called Bordered Ribbon, and it is shaded spruce and soft seafoam. So we've got soft seafoam, soft seafoam, and shaded spruce. So dual-sided here. And I'm going to take this, and I'm going to add it. Hang on, I got something on my paper here. I'm going to add it right here, and I'm just going to add a little piece of tape and tape this to the back. And we're going to go kind of slightly at an angle here. Oh, I think I need to put it down just a little bit lower. I want to give myself, whoops, plenty of room here. Hang on. Let me grab this. Minor difficulty here. I had a straggler. I'm going to use the soft seafoam side on my card. I want to just get it down a little bit lower. Piece of tape. Add that right there. And then I'm going to bring it up here and crisscross it over like this and bring it right down here. So this is what we have going on. Just a little crisscross down here. Kind of a unique little element. And here I was going to bring out my crafter's toolkit to cut that arm, and I don't even have to do it. The die did all the work for me. I love that. Okay, so we're going to take this turtle, and we are going to put him over here on some dimensionals. Let me grab my mini dimensionals.
Thank you so much, Barb.
Okay, here comes. Now, you don't want to put a dimensional on his little cutout arm because we're going to have him kind of carrying our sentiment sign. Oh, and maybe right over here by his high knee. I love saying that. Oh, good grief. My memories on my, something came up today. Oh, a Snapchat that I shared with somebody from last summer where Val was riding her four-wheeler out by the pool, and she was butt naked. And her little hiney was sticking up butt naked on her four-wheeler. So funny. I laughed and laughed. Okay, so we are going to put our little balloon right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a big dimensional and stick that on our balloon. I don't think we really need to do anything to the string in our balloon, but it's cool that that die cuts that all out, right? So I'm going to kind of, I want that to be about up here. Okay, so because we're going to put one of these banners over this. So we've got our hooray, and see that that's kind of under the little turtle's arm, like he's holding on to it. Can you guys see that? What? Or we can do this one. Which one do you guys like? Do you like the arch, or do you like the flagged end banner? You let me know, because while you're deciding that, I can keep going here. I'll set that aside for a moment. Okay, Renee says the arch. Hi, Shannon. I'm glad to see you here. And we're getting our glue on here. We're going to put this on our pool party layer. And that layer is 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. All of these dimensions, you guys, can be found on my blog a couple hours after we're done tonight. It'll give me a little bit of time to get all my photos done and edited and all the coding and all the things. But a couple hours after we're done. So I am going to, we've got arch banner. Oh my gosh, it's almost, let me keep looking here. Arch, flag, arch, so cute. Oh gosh. Okay, I think we have more arches. The arches are going to win. But I'm going to keep this in my stamp set over here because I can use that on something else, right? It's not going to go to waste. Ah, that does look really cute, you guys. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of glue right here. And then I'm going to do, where'd my big dimensionals go? I'm going to do a big dimensional right over here. And we're going to tuck that under the turtle's arm. Just like that. Now I want to make sure I kind of get this on here. I'm kind of a straight freak. Look how cute it is. Okay, don't worry. We're gonna keep working with those little guys. Okay, this is gonna go right on the front of our card. Just like this. Here comes our inside. That's where this little turtle guy is gonna come into play. And I'm gonna put him right down here. So we're just going to glue him in. And we're going to glue his arm down because he's not going to be holding anything in his arm. But he could if I wanted him to. There comes our little turtle guy. I'm going to put a party hat. Do I want to put the party hat on this one? Yep. I'm going to put the party hat on the one on the inside. Just like that. And then we're going to have him carrying the ice cream cone. Good grief, the inside is almost as cute as the outside. And of course, again, these images you can stamp, but I just die cut out of the designer paper, which you know my rule about designer paper. If you have designer paper and you really like it, you get 2 packs. Then you don't have to feel like you have to be so frugal with it. Right? Okay. Embellishments. And I'm also going to show you Haley's card that she made because hers is more of maybe a get well card, which I think is really cute. Whoops. Okay, these are those hexagons, which are just, they're clear, but they're colored, and they're just, I think they're so pretty. So we've got a green one and then like a pool party one here, and I'm putting them on the same place that she did because she did a really good job. Here's a little darker one. We'll put that right there. And here is our little turtle card. So cute. I love it. Yeah, let me see if I can get it open. There we go. Inside, hope your birthday is turtly awesome. Isn't that fun? I love this one. Okay, here's the one that Haley made. So it's the same exact card, and she used the "Here for You Always." You can see that little banner right under his arm, like he's carrying this big sign for you. And then, oh, hers opens this way. It's okay to take it slow. Isn't that sweet? And again, that is all part of the stamp set. It's okay to take it slow, which of course, turtles, slow. Yeah. So same card, different little banner. She also used a sponge dauber in Pool Party ink to add ink around the edge, which I could have done here too, and I probably should have. That just makes your sentiment layer pop a little bit more. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I always love making cards for you because you make me feel so good. Girl really appreciates it. Okay, we've got another card. I put these all away. Oh, I might need that black again. I don't remember. Move all this stuff over. And oh, where did my turtle go? There it is. Okay. Turtle paper. Next up is, this is what I was looking for before that I thought I lost. Our next card is going to use a tiny little bit of the florals in bloom. Just a tiny little bit. Okay. I'm going to be using this paper out of this pack of paper. So it's not all the florally ones, but it's this one, which I think is very neat looking. And I think you're going to love it on this card that I've designed. We're going to use the Peaceful View. This is a silhouette stamp. It's a great big background stamp. I love silhouettes. As a matter of fact, you guys, we have a silhouette stamp set coming out in our new online exclusives that'll be released, I think, on July 1st. You know that I ordered it. So we'll have lots of fun with silhouette ideas. Then I've got the More Messages. This is a big background stamp also that happens to have a set of dies. And these dies, fit perfectly on this stamp. So you can stamp all of these sentiments and die cut them all at once, which makes it's a lot of fun to have them available at your fingertips. All right, hang tight while I get my dimensions up here so I know what the heck I'm doing. I think it's time to take a drink. We are drinking strawberry lemonade tonight. Judy says she is slower than a turtle. I understand, Judy. I understand. Okay. Let me bring in the in-color pearls. We're going to use those. I've got Cloud Cover and Secret Sea. Now, you guys know the Cloud Cover ink pad is only available to demonstrators until it sells out because there was a problem with the formula. It's a long story. But you can get the ink refill, which, hang on, things are going to fall. Ink refill. You can get the ink refill and you can put it into one of our ink spots, or you can get a blank. Like I use the white. They say that the ink color will change. I don't see it happening enough that it matters to me, but you can put it into one of our ink spots and make your own cloud cover, just so you know. Or you can join my team. These might still be available and you can buy one. It was a weird thing. Didn't meet quality standards for Stampin' Up, so they had to stop production of that, unfortunately. Okay, here comes our layers. First thing I'm going to do, I'm using this paper on my card, so I am going to use it on my envelope. And it's really hard. You know this is painful, right? This is painful to be able to cover this up, but I have several packs of this paper, so I don't feel too bad about it. So who's drinking wine? Renee is drinking white wine. What are the rest of you guys drinking? I was able to have an old fashioned. My sister and I ran to the place that we usually go for fish. I go take my mom for fish at this place called Behind Bars. And my mom wasn't up to going out to eat. So we ran over there and I did not have Friday night fish. I had the grilled shrimp, but I did have French fries, but not a lot. There was a little cheating going on. And of course, I don't think Southern Comfort Old Fashions are on my list as a healthy choice. But as long as I was going to eat the fries, I did have an old fashioned while we were waiting for our food. So, yes, I broke a lot of rules this weekend. Okay, so here's our pretty little envelope. Then we've got our cloud cover card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Get that burnished good. And here comes our basic white. This is our inside layer. And this is 4 by 5 1/4. And then we've got our Secret Sea. This is that really pretty dark blue. I love it. I've been using this a ton. And the cloud cover, 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then our basic white is going to be 3 by 4. Okay. And then I cut 4 1/2-inch slices, 1/2 inch by 4 1/4 of the same designer paper I just put on the envelope flap from the Florals in Bloom. All right. So, this is going to be our layer for the inside. I'm pretty sure, well, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with that yet. So I'm going to set that aside. But one of these is for that. So I'll put one of those over there. This is our card front, and we are going to adhere these stripes right to the front of this card. That's going to start off our design.
Okay, Deb has a cool margarita, Barb with a blackberry brandy. Oh my goodness, you guys.
Yeah, my old fashioned was really good. Our food was a little bit disappointing. They have really good food there, and the food was delicious, but they told us when we got there it was going to be a 45-minute wait to get our food cooked, which is a long time by our standards where this is at. And we're like, all right. We stood there and stood there and stood there and stood there. And guess what? Pretty soon my sister looks over by the kitchen door because we're standing right at the bar. It wasn't like we went and sat down and they forgot about us. My sister looks over and she's like, I wonder if that's our order sitting over there. So I said to the guy, I'm like, is that our order? And he could hear the tone. There was a tone. It was. And I said, how long has that been sitting there? And he said about 30 minutes or more than 30 minutes. Oh my good Lord. I almost had a meltdown. I didn't though. I said, he opens it up. He goes, well, it's still warm. I stuck my finger right in the shrimp and I said, barely. He goes, well, you want us to remake it? No, we don't have time for that. He gave us 50% off. And I said, thank you. So, okay, we're going to use Secret. Oh, here it is. We're going to use Secret Sea. Okay. And I'm going to move this out of the way here. Get this stuff out of my way. The way to ink up these, you don't have to put these on a block. You can if you want. But the way to ink these up is to leave them lay flat because, right, they're so big. Even if you had them on a giant acrylic block, they're tricky to handle. So this is the way we stamp with the background stamps. I'm going to ink the whole thing up, even though I'm only using a portion of it. And I am going to bring this right over in here, lay that down. And next I'm going to take, I thought it was like this paper. This is just a piece of printer weight paper. And I am going to use a smooth hand. So I made this card for a swap. I designed this. I made a whole bunch of them. And it was back before we could get re-inkers. We only had ink pads. I really had a hard time because my ink pad it used up a lot of ink to do all of this, right? There's a lot of surface here. And I was having a really hard time and I didn't have a re-inker for it. Look how beautiful that is. But I got my swaps made and off, and this card has been really very beautiful and popular. People really love it, and I'm happy to tell you that it's my design. It's kind of been all over the internet already. I just haven't shared it with you. So now I'm going to bring in a baby wipe here, and I'm going to clean this off. I could use my chamois, but then I know there's a lot of ink still left on here, and that would make my chamois all blue for cleaning any stamps that I might need to clean before we're done here. So I just use a baby wipe, clean this off, beautiful, and set it back in here. Now we could leave our card just like that, but wait, there's more. I'm going to show and share with you what I did with the rest of this card. So let me grab my little bits and pieces here. I took a cloud. I dyed the cloud from, we have clouds, like you should have a cloud in something, but I got mine from the Sunrise Sailing bundle here. And I die cut my cloud out of basic white or whatever, just a scrap. You're going to die cut your cloud out of a scrap. And what we're going to do here is we're going to put some clouds in the background of this silhouette of the trees and the birds and the fence. So that's what I have a blending brush here for. And I'm going to use cloud cover. On my original card, I used Misty Moonlight because we didn't have cloud cover ink. So there was a lot of modifying going on without that cloud cover ink. So I'm just going to hold on to this. I'm going to come in here. You saw me tap this, get a little bit of ink off of there so you don't, have globs all over the place. And this is going to kind of be my background. Now, if you want, you could die cut this out of a Post-it note so you have a little bit of sticky on there. That probably would be the best thing you should probably do. But I just held mine in place. And don't let it move. See mine move just a touch there. Just like that. And then are you ready for the reveal? That's a little bit bolder than I want my cloud to be. So I'm just going to come in and tone it down a little bit. So it's not so crazy white. Now I'm going to go up here. I'm going to turn my cloud a little bit so it looks a little different. I don't want my clouds to be like real uniform. Even though I've already put some color over this, I'm going to add some more color here. And that's going to just add that outline of that cloud right here in my skyline. I think I'm going to tone this down a little bit more. Yep. And you can see another cloud right up there. Tone that down a little bit. And I can add a little bit more down in here, or I can leave it kind of light down there, like, I don't know. I like it like that. So I'm going to keep it there. Okay. So this is our part that we are going to, this is our layer that we're going to put right on here. And here we go. Oh, who said they stopped eating bread? Nancy did. I actually made 5 loaves of Italian bread last week. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I took 2 up to my mom's house. And with our chicken Alfredo, we had homemade Italian bread, garlic toast. It was so good. Okay, I did this. Now we're going to come over here and we're going to put this right on the front of our card. I'm not going to put it on dimensionals because we've got a label that's going to go on dimensionals. It's going to go right on the front, just like this. Isn't that so pretty? Okay, and then there's more. We are going to take this background and what did I do with my, did I throw my sheet of paper away? Oh, I got another one here. We're going to stamp this with, where did my ink pad go now? Do you guys see it? Here it is. With the Secret C also. Just like that. This is a 4.5 by 6 inch piece of cloud cover. I'm going to bring this right in here, set it down. Once you put it on the rubber, it really doesn't move. You would think that it would be easy to move it, but it kind of sticks to the rubber. So that cardstock doesn't slide around easily. And again, a nice flat hand. You could use a brayer on here if you wanted to. And here are all our words. Now I do see that I got a little bit, I let it slide a little bit here and I got some edges, but I'm not worried about that. And again, I'm just going to bring in a baby wipe and clean this off. You could just stamp up a bunch of these. You could put it on all kinds of different colors, but we're going to get all of these sentiments and we're going to die cut them all at once. And that's what I really love about these types of big background stamps, especially these sentiments. I think this was pretty genius of Stampin' Up! To create something like this. So this is how this goes. And I see that I was a little off down here. I should have been up a little further, but that's okay. I'm going to have all of these sentiments in here. So hang tight. I'm going to grab... I want to hold this in place. I don't want this to move when I put it through my embossing machine. So I'm just going to put some temporary tape on here so it doesn't go anyplace. And then I'm going to die cut this. Hang tight. And here it comes. Now, one thing I think about with sentiments like this is you could make up a set of gift cards as a gift, and you could take and put dimensionals on the backs of these, or give them a sheet of dimensionals or a half a sheet of dimensionals. Look how cool that is. And you could give them all of these sentiments, and they can put their own sentiments as they find a need. Like, okay, I need a congratulations card. I can put this on there. I need a Forever Friends card. You can do anything. So we've got all of these sentiments, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 different sentiments in here. That's a lot of sentiments stamped once, right? So I think I am going to use, let's see. You can do anything, always here for you, way to go. I think I'm going to do way to go. I like that one. So I'm going to bring that way to go in here. I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back of it. I always need cards like that because I really like to congratulate people on things. Big things, little things, doesn't matter. Like, oh, you did it. Yay. Okay, so this, just like that. And then we're going to bring in our flat pearls. Do you guys have any of these yet? The flat pearls are amazing. I absolutely love them. They're really flat, just like the word, just like the name, flat pearls. They're very flat. And I think I'll do one. Maybe this is where I put it on my sample, and I think it looks really good there. It was a good choice. Okay, so here's my little, I'm going to keep this in with my stamp set, my little die for my cloud. And then I was wondering, so I've got way to go on the front, and I really like this stamp set. Way to go, way to go, way to go. Have a blessed day. You've got this. Or, where's my congratulations? Here it is, right here. You know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this right on the inside. And then I'm going to use this down here because I had that, remember I had 4 strips of this. So I'm going to add some blue right there. Give a little white on the bottom. There we go. And I'm going to add the congratulations in here. I always need cards that say congratulations, way to go. But this would make, it's just very serene. I just think of this as being very serene. This would make a really nice sympathy card, a get well card, all occasion card. I could see using this for a lot of different things. The other thing I've been seeing this stamp set used for is with that paper, that gallery paper that we made our first card with. It's been really cool. Okay, you guys, here it is. What do you think? Oh my gosh, I absolutely love this one. It's been a long time coming. I made that quite a while ago. So this was the original that I made, and this I put Miss You on here. I don't have anything on the inside of this one, so I'm glad I did something here. Congratulations. Way to go. So really fun silhouettes. Always love a silhouette. More messages and peaceful view. And then I wanted to share with you, where's that paper again? Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of people using the peaceful view with some of these landscape pictures. Let's see what I can find here. Like stamping this directly over them. Right over top, stamping this image right over top of these. And it's absolutely stunning. I thought, oh my gosh, these people are geniuses, right? So here is our peaceful view with the more messages. Then we have our Turtly Awesome, which was super fun. And our Grow with Love, which I really like this. It's just kind of a it's a calming stamp set, I think, for some really neat cards. Okay. I have mail to share with you guys. I missed mail last week. I completely forgot. Does anybody have any questions? Remember that the dimensions for all of these are going to be shown on my blog. Everything will be there. Give me about an hour or two to get that done. And then let me find, here comes my mail. So let me see if I can, I'm going to do this. Look it, I did it. You can still hear me. It's impressive. Look at the mess I made. I've got a whole mess going on here now. I know you guys don't make messes, right? No. Okay, now I don't know if it's better to keep you on my desktop. This card came to me from Alora Weaver. What do you guys think? Isn't that pretty? So pretty, Alora. Thank you so, so much. And this was her swap card from the new product launch party. So she shared one with me also, and I am very grateful to have this. Thank you so much, Alora. Your card is absolutely beautiful. Yay! I feel honored that you shared it with me. This is from Melanie Foy. Look at this. When everything is said and done, hang on. Being the queen is kind of fun. So pretty, Melanie. Thank you so much. Love your card. Then I've got one here from Tracy Bazemore. What's shaking, bacon? This is our little pig set. So cute. I just got this one. So I'll be playing a little bit with this. This was also Tracy's swap card from our new product launch party. Tracy, thank you so much for sharing with me. I really appreciate that. Your card is absolutely adorable. Isn't that cute, you guys? Then, oh, my niece sent me this card, and this is not a homemade card, but I wanted to share it with you guys because we have some stamp sets that have images in here like this, and it kind of shows that Stampin' Up! Is right on trend with styles.
And she's thanking me for the stunning dinnerware set. I bought her a set of her dishes for her wedding shower. Like I said, she's getting married in a couple weeks, and we are so excited. She pulled this wedding shower and wedding together at the end of May. And only because her and her fiance bought a house and they close on it the 26th and they're getting married the 28th. She's not pregnant. Just like, oh, we should get married before we like have a house. That's what happened. So it was kind of cute. Okay, this next card is from Rhonda McGuire. And let's see. I know I read this already, but I got this before I left. She got a prize. She got the ribbon in the Full of Life DSP. She won the mystery stamping for our team. So, am I holding this right? Yes, this is Rhonda's card. Ready? Isn't that fun? Whoops. Isn't that fun? I love these little fun folds. Yes. Thank you, Rhonda. And you are very welcome. I'm glad you won. That's always fun, right? And then Shannon West. Shannon West sent me this card. She is my demonstrator development manager at Stampin' Up. And you've done it again. Another trip in the books. Oh, because I earned Alaska. So thanks, Shannon. Really pretty card. I love this one. Next up, I like the way Shannon puts my name on the envelope. It's like ginormous. I need to start doing that because I think it's really kind of cool looking. Next, we have Jamie Lency. Jamie, she used this bloom set. It's so pretty. This is Floral Impressions. So, so pretty. Love this. Jamie is thanking me for the Happy Mail. And again, team prizes. I give away a lot of team prizes. We get door prizes for our team meeting and mystery stamping and card challenges. And there's Make It Monday challenge and all kinds of stuff that goes on behind the scenes, you guys. This is from Barbara Shepard. She also won some flat pearls. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. I love this card, Barbara. Thank you. Then we have Lorraine Drum. Oh, here's another beauty. Look at that. So pretty. So pretty. And Lorraine was sending me a thank you for the purple adhesive back sequins. They're stunning. She loves them. I love your card. Thank you so much. And then Amy Peacock, she did a little technique here that is very cool. She used the ink spots. These are ink spots. And she just put the ink spots right on her cardstock and made these little squares. Isn't that cool? I love that. And she also got Happy Mail prize for the team meeting. Thank you, Amy, for the really cool card. Look at her envelope. Yep. Very cool. I love it. Kind of a neat little technique. And this is from Betty Thiel. She ordered this bundle by mistake and she wants to donate it for me to give away. So guess what I have? What? With the dies. Holy cow. Betty, that is so generous of you. Thank you so much. And I will definitely be giving this away. I think this will be a good one for some type of a challenge. What do you guys think? Yeah. Okay. Next up, we have a Debbie Lindauer. And, oh, this is pretty. This is a pretty one. Look at this. Beautiful. Debbie is sending me a thank you card for, oh, she got the card. I forgot about this, Debbie. It's been so long ago. When we do the Stamp Happy live party, that's once a month. When you place an order with me of $35 or more, you qualify to come to this free class. That's once a month, and it's Stamp Happy live party. We are giving away the cards that we're making, and Barbdina and I are each doing the exact same fun fold, just using all different papers and stamp sets and bundles. And it's really cool to see how different all the cards are, but that they're the same fun fold so far. And Debbie, we give away the cards that we make. So I sent my card to Debbie. Barb sent her card to someone. Dina sent her card to someone. So that's really fun. And I have to tell you, we drew names, and Noreen Harrell, if you're watching, you won my card from the last Stamp Happy Live party. So I can't show it to you guys because it's an exclusive class, but that will be coming in the mail soon too, Noreen. So you watch for that. But this is an awesome card. Thank you so much, Debbie. I'm glad you were so thrilled to get that card. It was a really cool one. Okay, next up. This is pretty neat. Oh, this is one of those little, okay, so this is one of those sliders. It slides up and down, right? So it's like an interlocking card. And hang on a second, because Lisa, it's from Lisa. And she sent me, she said, thanks for finding this card layout. Oh, I remember she emailed me and asked me for this interlocking layout. And I sent her a link to it so that she could make it easily. So that's what she was sending me. This is so fun. This is such a neat little technique that she did here. She also sent me some of a, this is like a faux suede technique that she did, but it didn't stay intact through the mail. But she said it looked like a mouse. So Lisa, thank you so much. You tried really hard, but I really appreciate you sharing that technique with me, and I will be sharing it with you guys in the future. I think that's it. I think that's all I have here. Kim says she missed the SHA Live on Wednesday. Kim, if you go to the Stamp Happy Academy website, you will find the Stamp Happy Party tab, and under there, the PDF is already there. The video link is in there. We record those. They're live, but then they're recorded. So you can definitely find the recording there. We had all kinds of technical issues that some were hysterical. It's always something, you guys. But we kept our cool. I think I actually started our live into the wrong video link. So that was totally on me. We had to start over. It was a whole thing. But anyways, it was really fun. And if anybody would like to get some information on the Stamp Happy Academy, you're going to find that at www.stamphappyacademy.ning, N-I-N-G. If you're not a member of Stamp Happy Academy website yet, it is the best website in the world. We're a little biased, but there are, I think, 4 years of PDF classes loaded on there. All the online classes that Dina, Barb, and I do together, they're all on there. The catalog kickoffs, the product launch parties, those PDFs are usually loaded most of the time on Stamp Happy Academy. Not all the time. Sometimes we do some retreats. Those aren't part of the Stamp Happy Academy, but you get tons and tons of fun on there. 3 live classes every month. I'm live this Wednesday, you guys. I think at 6 p.m. on Wednesday, I have the Stamp Happy Academy live class this week. So woohoo! I'll be getting ready for that. Yes. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. Please make sure you give me a like, share this video. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. That really helps me out also. If you guys have any questions, if you have some ideas for me, something you'd like to see me do, send me a link to it. Don't send me like, Kelly, I'd love you to do an XYZ. Send me a link to one so I know what you're talking about. And I would love to make something that you're looking for. That's always good. Bonnie says, where did Bonnie go? Bonnie says that she loves Stamp Happy Academy and it's the best thing that she's ever done for herself. It really is. Like there's so much content on there, dimensions, videos. We're big. Barb, Dina, and I are very big on videos. Like we think it's important to have a video tutorial. So thank you for saying that, Bonnie. I really appreciate it. Stamp Happy Academy is fantastic. And you can join. And if you find out that it's not for you, you can unjoin. Okay. You don't get locked into anything. Yeah. So lots of fun. All right, you guys, it's 8:30. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to go get a snack. I'm going to check on my hip patient downstairs. Shh. I'm sure he won't like me calling him that. going to go check on my patient downstairs, see if he needs anything that I can help him with. Then I'll be back up here to do photos, get all my coding done and all that done and loaded on my website, my blog, www.AStampAbove.com. And also, what was I going to say? Oh, right under this video, there's a link right to my blog where this stuff is going to be posted, but it's not live yet. Okay. So just makes it easier for you to find. I hope you guys had a wonderful Father's Day. And I hope you have a fantastic week. For those of you that'll be joining me on Wednesday, can't wait for the Stamp Happy Academy Live. For my team members, I will be live Tuesday morning at 10:30 a.m. Central Time for a question and answer. I do that every week. And we will not have Demo 101 training on Tuesday afternoon this week. Dina's going to be gone. So just want to keep you updated. Thank you guys. Good night.